somewhere between 40 and 50% of trolls. These are either real people or AI-powered content machines. Do you know how they work this out, Rory? How do they actually analyze what these numbers are?
They've got an AI machine, and they set up a series of variables, and then they mark them against them. So let's say they've got 11 different indicators, which are generally associated with a bot or a troll. And effectively, this large language model learns by comparing these tweets to these indicators, and then it tests and drives down to try to get to the bottom of this. It's not 100%, but it's increasingly accurate, and it allows them to do an automated way. And they're perpetually iterating to make sure that their model is as accurate as possible. Just to remind people a little bit, a bot is a robot, right? It's a software program which automates the task of attacking you and Anthony. So just to put that in context, I mean, the numbers there are pretty staggering. You managed to get 15 to 20% bots. That means that at least 1,000 of the replies, as you read down, are written by a robot. And probably 2,000 of the replies are produced by a troll. And they could be either real people or they could be an AI-powered content machine. And the same, Anthony, in roughly similar proportions to you. So if people are in this game, be very, very conscious that when you're looking at your 4,000 replies, of those you can end up with about 1,000 of them simply being generated by a robot, and almost half of them being generated by the trolls.
I have a question. How do they find you? Is it Rory is an influencer, Alistair is an influencer as a hugely successful podcast? Or is it the word search using the word Trump and sycophant in the same thing? I mean, in other words, if an obscure person is writing something very nasty about Donald Trump, do the bots attack them, or are they just searching for certain people?
As I understand it, and I'm not an expert on this, there are basically four things going on. The first thing is to do with the velocity and visibility that your tweet achieves. This is called algorithmic amplification, which basically means if the way in which you craft it, you could have very few followers, but if your content really grabs people, there is a natural tendency of people to retweet it, like it, and the algorithm picks up on that and begins to reinforce that, right? The second thing that's happening is the bots are monitoring particular keywords and hashtags. So they'll be out there looking for Anthony using the word tariffs, or looking at you using the word Trump or Musk. The third thing they have is they actually focus on particular accounts. So you and Anthony, you've got over 1 million followers each, will be on preset accounts. They're just monitoring you all the time. And the final thing they do is they have preset scripting, which is some of these bots will just respond to almost anybody that says something negative about Musk. They've already written a pro-Musk tweet that will just hit back. And so X itself, or Facebook itself, or TikTok, or Instagram, or whichever platform you're using, is looking to find content that appears to be appealing. And then, and this is something that Valence pointed out, in the case of our tweets, they appear, although nobody's allowed at the moment by Elon Musk into the back end of the algorithm, used to be the case. They used to be much more open to social media researchers understanding how this works. But it appears from the AI analysis that what's happening is they're taking your tweet, Anthony, or your tweet, Alistair, and deliberately rubbing it in the face of people who disagree with you. They're deliberately trying to provoke it. The way to get the most engagements, replies, and retweets is to make sure, Alistair, that people who absolutely hate you are forced to read what you've written.
Both of those people in the world who hate me, yeah.
But there are two people on this podcast right now that don't hate you, Alistair, but there are other people that might. Okay, I just wanted you to know.
Anthony, how do you feel about the fact that, because the other thing that Valence analysis showed is that a lot of the trolls that we were getting were real people, and they were QAnon people, or they were Russian sympathizers. And they went back and checked some of these accounts, genuine people who consistently promote pro-Russian lines and propaganda, and quite often make quite clever little video memes about things that we've said.